going on, everybody? Today we're going to be covering the Pawn Super Chip as well as the Sunken Outpost chip. We are going to be covering some other things in this video, such as milk molars, bag and milk molars, scabs, rotten stinger, rotten lantern, rotten fin flops, as well as the abomination recipe, venom arrows, and of course, raw signs. For weapons, tools, and armor, bone dagger, acorn shovel, 3 slime lanterns, kill tube, fin flops, and a tier 2 hammer. My weapon of choice is a red ant club. You can also bring a spear, and if you want the underwater experience to be a little bit easier, bring a bubble helmet. And if you want all the resources shown in the video, also bring a tier 3 hammer. Alright, so you're going to want to come to this location where the stick is kind of sticking out of the water here. You're going to have the juice box to your right. You're going to want to travel down this stick all the way to the end of the lily pads. All right, now you can see we have the tree right there and we have the juice box. You guys can see my little base kind of sitting there. Let's take a look at the map to kind of show you guys where we're at in the pond. You're gonna want to jump into water here, follow the bubbles all the way down. That'll lead you into the area that we need next. The air bubbles coming off of these tubes will replenish your air supply, so make sure you guys hit this before going further down here, just so you guys have a little bit more time to explore.
Let there be light.
As you can see, this is where we find the sunken bones. You can dig them up and then claim them into your inventory. Make sure to use these jets, as they do push you forwards and make you travel through this area faster. Head down this way, you can see the raw science sitting on the broken part of the laboratory here. Head towards that and we'll head into the lab.
Holding raw science in my hands. What does it even mean?
So as you come through this way, you're going to come into a little room with 2 doors and 2 loot boxes. Head straight to the biometric scanner, open up the door, and then you'll have a an air source on the other side. So I went back down to grab the 2 boxes. You're welcome to do that, or you could just grab them on the way out. Up to you. So when you come to this room, to your left there's going to be a table. There's going to be a rotten slime lantern as well as a tape. At the end of the room, we're going to need to reset the breaker, and I'll explain a little bit more once we get down there.
The great cabbage of Belgium with utter disdain. Within its densely packed leaves, a high-powered nutrient boost in a miniature form factor. And yet mealtime after mealtime, it is recklessly cast aside. Well, more for me. The body knows when it's lacking something. Funny that it doesn't tell the mind why, though. But I have taken the hint, and I'll do those brilliant horticulturalists of Belgium one better.
Now that we have flipped the breaker, there is now 3 switches, like as you can see on this board, that we need to turn on in order to get power back to the laboratory. So there is a bed right here. Go ahead and set your respawn just in case you die. It'll make this lab a lot easier. A lot less travel time. Okay, so before we go out and get the first switch, I just want to note that this area or part of the lab can be kind of difficult, such as air, you running out of air. So if you find yourself running into trouble over and over again and you just can't do it, there is an option where you can get the bubble helmet, and it will give you longer time underwater without having to come up for air. Keep that in mind if you're having some trouble. All right, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to jump in the water here. Go out the way that we came in. Just kind of keep following it all the way down. Now, you can either go straight or you can turn left here and come out the door. What we're going to do is we're going to turn right and follow the broken lab part over here. And what we're looking for is an entrance kind of that broke off, I guess you could say. Here it is. We're going to go in there. We're going to kind of follow the tube a little bit. Make another left. And then a right. And one more right. And then we're in the area where the switch is. See it kind of in the floor here. Go ahead and turn the dial. Should get a green light. We're good on that one. So we're going to head on back up the way we came. Go back into the laboratory. So we're going to kind of find a way out of here. And we're out. And we're going to go kind of back in where we came from. Just to make sure we can get that air. As you can see, we are running fairly tight. Now you guys can kind of see what I was talking about, the bubble helmet though. It is close call, but it is possible. And we made it. Alright, so we're going to head out and get switch number 2. As you can see on the board there, switch number 1 turned green. We're going to head out the way that we came in once again. This time we're going to make a left. Go straight out the door. And kind of turn left slightly, and you can actually see the switch on the wall here. We're going to go ahead and flip this one. There it is, green. Head back in. Make sure we get that air. There you go. 2 are now green. Now we got to go with the last one. Once again, head out the way we came in. And we're going to make that left turn at that door. Kind of go straight out, slightly to the right, and you can kind of see the cable on the wall here that's lit up by some lights. All we got to do is follow the cable all the way down. Be aware that there is bell sputters down here that you probably are going to get attacked by. You should be able to just swim around them and go straight to the switch. I decided to give one a smack. Head back up. And now that we hit that last switch, this center door here will be open and you can now access it. So you can just jump right up on it in. And you can now use that going forward. Here. We're going to actually look for the door that's lit up green. We're going to head through that one. When you come through here, you're going to be greeted with some raw signs.
I got the science. I got the science.
Travel on down this way. There's going to be a table with a folder on it. As well as a shard. And around here is going to be a chest. Go ahead and loot all that. Now we're going to head on down this way. And you're going to see through the window here, there's actually something on the table there that we're going to get. In order to get over there, though, we're going to have to go down here where the water is, kind of coming up the ramp. Let's go ahead and head down there. There's going to be some spiders in here, some bell spiders, so be careful. There is a loot chest here. Go ahead and pick that up. Kind of difficult to navigate through here, but really only one way to get through. Here, if you have a shovel, there's actually a secret scab behind here. So if we dig up the clay here along the wall, you can get in and get the scab. There it is. continue on through. I chose to just ignore the bell sputter. All right, now we're on the other side. So there is the window to our left right here where that stuff was on the table, granola bars, and a
Dr.
tape.
Applebaum has pronounced me in perfect health. For a man 20 years my senior. I must face the facts. The gray hairs, the wrinkles, they are not figments of the imagination.
We're gonna want to mash the keys on this computer. Try and activate it. There we go. After that is done, now we're on to the next step. Kind of head on straight here. We're not going to go into water again. Just head on straight. There's some loot here on the table, as well as a folder. Keep on heading down. All right, so you're going to want to make a right turn here. Kind of travel down, hug the right side. You're going to come up to a doorway. There's going to be 2 robots that come out right away. There should be anyway. Go ahead and take those out. I decided to use my Red Ant Club. It works fairly well. Don't forget to beep. They do give out 100 raw signs. We'll head in here and kill the last one. Again, 100 raw signs. Next up, we're going to want to come over this way. We're going to want to look at the ground and look for boot prints. These boot prints are going to lead to where we need to go next. Travel through here. On the table here, there's going to be some loot. Bandages. Head on through the door and you're going to be greeted by more robots. Go ahead and take them out. Now there's going to be a bunch of loot kind of around this room. The first thing we're going to pick up is a scab. And just kind of do a lap around the room and pick everything up. Be a chest here. Some notes on the table.
By the power of Helion, champion of the sun!
Water tank you can actually use to fill up your water jug. Well, we're gonna head up here and up on the ramp. You're gonna see these muscle sprouts around the whole dome here. These muscle sprouts are really important, you know, from what I can see. They're good for smoothies, and they say that they respawn every 5 days as long as you're not in the area. So I would make a habit of coming back and definitely farming them every 5 days, as they are useful for smoothies. Now that we got all that, we're going to come over here and head up the ramp, and we're actually going to see the power grid to turn the power back on. Mash the keys, and the dome is now open. To your left, you're going to have the chip on the table, the main super pawn chip.
A super chip. I wonder how we'll get Burgle's memories off
Got a
of
tape
this.
here,
I wonder if I have to blow on it.
and that is it. All right, so I went ahead and got the bubble helmet. We're gonna go ahead and get the stinger spear, the rotten stinger spear. So we're gonna come out to this location once again. Once you're here, we're going to go ahead and dive straight down and follow the bubbles all the way down, just like we did at the beginning. Remember, the bubbles give you air. We're going to see this dinosaur here, swim towards it, and the rotten stinger spear is going to be in the tooth.
My mom always says I light up a root.
There you go, the rotten stinger spear, as well as some raw signs.
A scientific breakthrough.
Now, next, we're going to head over to the center hatch part that we unlocked by doing the switches. And then we'll go ahead and get the second pawn chip. Okay, we're going to head down this way. Kind of where the broken lab is again. You can see this jet here. The hole that we're looking for, the tunnel that we're looking for, is beside the jet. Right here. We're going to travel through here. Be aware that there is bell spiders in here. So be prepared to fight them. Or if you think you can get around them, make it through, go ahead. But I suggest fighting them off. Just continue on down the cave. Some more bell spiders in this area. Now there is air coming out of the broken tube here. Go ahead and get that. Can't seem to find a spider that's in here. Or spiders. Oh, there they are. Now they're taking care of the mossy key, should be sitting right here by the roots. Now we're gonna head on out, kind of back where we came from. And go back into the main laboratory part here in the middle. Just to get air. Now we'll head back down, head towards the chest. So let's go back towards kind of where the dinosaur is. Go in that direction. That's the direction we need to go to find the chest. Now that we have the moss key, we can go ahead and open up that chest. Coming up on it here. Here it is. Go ahead and open it. Here you will find your chip. And a mega milk molar. Alright, next up we're going to be getting some scabs, a badge, and some milk molars. We're going to head on down this way again towards the broken part of the lab.
Let there be light.
There's going to be a scab kind of underneath here. Kind of hard to spot. I'm just going to head back up here for some air real quick before I go to this next part. So we're going to want to head back towards the broken part of the lab. Kind of where one of the switches was, over in this direction here. We're going to want to go back into the same doorway that we went into before. So at the end over here. And navigate through the tubing here. Now at the very end here, there's going to be a skeleton. That's our first stop. Gonna be a scab on the floor here, as well as loot the skeleton. Gonna be a badge, some notes, stuff like that. Now we're gonna make a left turn here. Go back into the switch room. In the corner, there's gonna be a milk molar. You're gonna need a level 2 dagger to get through this. All right, we're gonna head out the way that we came in. All right, next up, we're gonna go for the secret lab. We're gonna head over to the broken part of the lab once again. Travel all the way to the end. Once we get to the doorway that we kept on going in through before, we're gonna actually go past that and just keep on going straight. Stay close to the top here so that we can spot it easily. Here it is. Go ahead and open it up and swim on in. Once we get up here, there's going to be some loot in a chest as well as on the walls, so go ahead and pick all that up. As well as a scab. Open up the door. It'll bring you to this room. You can analyze all the stuff that you have gotten. It's probably a good time.
Science.
By the power of Helion, champion
Okay,
of the
so
sun.
we're actually going to head out the same patch that we came in. We're pretty much going to go straight towards this raw science.
Science.
Now, I get a little bit turned around here. I thought that was the way out. It's not. Go back towards the hatch. Just kind of swim around until you can see a little bit of daylight there. And we're gonna head out here. Gonna be some raw signs under a leaf. There it is. Go ahead and pick that up. Swim on up to the top.
Science.
And you're gonna see the pool cleaner. So let's go ahead and swim over to the pool cleaner and jump on top of that. And then we'll go on to our next thing. Alright, once we're at the top here, we're gonna jump in the water on the left side of it. What we're looking for is kind of like a breakthrough the rocks here. There it is. Go in there. Swim all the way to the end. I actually thought this area was kind of cool the first time I've seen it. Once you get to the end here, you're gonna find the abomination. It's gonna have the abomination totem recipe. Now, if you have an upgraded hammer, you can go ahead and that stuff. You're gonna need tier 3. I do not have one, but I will come back later. I will grab that. All right, let's head out the way we came in. All right, so next up, we're gonna be on the pool cleaner once again. And we're gonna kind of go off just kind of the left side here, swim straight down. What we're looking for is a log that is sunken in the water. Now, I took a little bit of a detour, kind of looked around, see if I could see anything else. But in the end, what we're looking for is just going into this log, and at the end of it, there's going to be some raw science, as well as a milk molar that's on the side of it. Gonna need the tier 2 dagger once again to get the milk molar free.
Science.
After that, head back up for some air. After that, we're going to jump back in the water here. And what we're looking for is a sunken pot. If we go all the way down, then it should be across from the log. There it is. Swim over to that, and there's going to be some more raw signs inside.
Science.
Okay, so we're actually going to find another secret lab. It's actually to the left of this lovely pad. So when we jump in the water here, you're going to see me go right. Obviously the wrong way. But I correct it, and it's to the left. Once we get in there, there's some raw science in there, and then a place where you need the assistant manager's key card, which I do not have yet. Kind of follow it through. There is no source of error in here, so be aware of that. This is the place for the assistant manager's key card. We will come back once we have that. Here's your raw signs. That's pretty much it. We're in here right now. Alright, next up, we're going to be getting the rotten flops. Be aware that there is a bell spider in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to this location on the map, kind of on this middle lily pad. You got the flowers in front of you, got the tree over there, and just jump on in and slightly go to the left while swimming down. And you will find a small entrance to a cave in between the rocks. Travel through here. Remember, there is a bell spider in here. Grab the fin flops off the skeleton, get the raw science, and that's pretty much it for this area. Head on. Alright, next up, we're going to be going into this secret tunnel or cave underneath the Oak Lab. If you come to this location on the map, got the Oak Lab kind of right in front of you there. You're kind of in the middle of the pond. Go ahead and jump in the water from here. Swim on down, and you'll find a cave entrance. Travel through there. There is going to be bell spiders in here, so be aware of that. And just follow it all the way through. You're going to be greeted with some signs, as well as a bell spider. Grab the raw signs.
Got the science.
There's going to be a mega milk molar behind this rock here. You need your level 2 dagger. Alright, now we're going to continue traveling deeper into the cave. Again, just follow it all the way through. Gonna be a milk molar behind this. You'll need your level 2 dagger. Continue following it through. Some more raw science.
Science.
This is where you will find your venom arrows as well as your feather arrows. Kind of just in a backpack laying on the ground there. And just continue traveling through. Gonna be coming up to kind of the end here. There's gonna be a broken lab, as you can see. There is a bell spider in here. If we travel all the way to the back to where the door piece kind of fell over here, you'll find a scab laying on the ground underneath. There it is. As well as raw science directly above you.
Science.
And honestly, that's pretty much it for this area. Go ahead and head out and move on to the next. Alright, so as you're swimming through here and you come to the end and you're swimming up towards the top here, you're going to kind of come out onto a route. And on the top of this route right here, there's going to be another scab. Okay, so we're going to kind of clean up this video with some milk molars. First one's over here by the kind of wooden fence type thing. There's over by the orb weavers. One milk molar. Second one's over kind of where the flowers and the stump, as well as the mosquitoes. I ran into a mosquito here. I had to fight it off real quick, and then we will continue on to the molar. There we go. All right, here's the milk molar. Next spot, we're going to be coming up on the can and the pot, kind of on the side of the pond here.
Yes, I can.
We're going to be going inside of
Go
this can.
inside this can.
And there's a scab inside. We're going to kind of swing around and go over to the pot now. Beware, there is orb weavers around here, as you can see.
I'm holding raw science in my hands.
All right, here's the last one, and I just want to say thank you everyone for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.